So there's this dude named An Youyu, straight outta Shanxi, right? Now, this guy's got a big heart, always out here saving animals like it's his personal mission. Anytime he sees hunters trapping birds or wild beasts, he's like, yo, name your price, and lets 'em loose. Man's out here, tryna save the world, one creature at a time. One day, An Yuyu's heading back from his uncle's funeral, riding solo through these sketchy-ass mountains. It's dark, it's creepy, and dude's straight up lost. Heart-wrenching, fear creeping in, and he's thinking, man, this might be it. Then, out of nowhere, he sees a light. Yo, he's hyped now, figures there's a village up ahead, maybe he can crash there for the night. He starts walking towards it, but just as he's making moves, this old man pops up. Hunched over, walking faster than you'd think, cane in hand, but moving like a damn ninja. And Yuyu's like, what's good, old man? I'm lost out here. Old dude looks him up and down, then says, nah, son, that place ain't where you wanna be. Trust me. You lucky I found you, come with me, you can chill at my crib for the night. And Yuyu's like, bet, and follows the old man through the hills. After what feels like forever, they finally roll up to this tiny village. Old man knocks on the door, and this granny opens up, already knowing what's up. He here? She asks. Old man's like, yeah, he's here. They step inside, and this place is hella small, but An Youyu ain't complaining. The old man lights a lamp, tells the granny to whip up whatever food they got, and then he's like, hey, flower spirit, come pour the drinks. A few minutes later, this girl walks in, flower spirit girl, and let me tell you, she's fine. Like, next level fine. And Yuyu's eyes are glued to her the whole time she's serving food, trying to sneak peeks at him. He's thinking, man, she looks like she stepped straight out of a dream. Old man's like, yeah, that's my daughter. No big deal, just the light of my life. And Yuyu's losing it now. He's praising flower spirit left and right, talking about how smart and beautiful she is. But while they're eating, she's out here burning the wine, 'cause she's too busy playing with some straw dolls. The old man's pissed, yelling, girl, you're grown. Stop messing around like a damn kid. And Youyu just laughs, though, saying, nah, she's cool. Look at how detailed the doll is, she's just creative like that. They keep drinking and chatting, but An Youyu can't stop staring at flower spirit. She's pouring drinks, smelling all cute, not even shy. My man's got it bad. Finally, he leans in and says, girl, I'm feeling you. Let's make this official, how about I send someone over to talk marriage? Flower spirit just keeps quiet, acting like she didn't hear him. Dude's persistent, though, inching closer and closer. But then, she snaps. Stands up and says, boy, what do you think you're doing? Back off. And Yuyu's shook, but he's not giving up. He drops to his knees, begging her, trying to kiss her. She starts shouting, and that's when the old man rushes in. But flower spirit plays it cool, says, oh, the wine was spilling over, and An Youyu helped me out, no big deal. An Yuyu's sweating, but relieved. Flower spirit saved him from a world of trouble, and now he's even more into her. But it's getting late, so he fakes being drunk and dips. Old man sets up a bed, and they all crash for the night. So after that whole mess, An Youyu goes back home, but he's straight up losing it. His mind's stuck on flower spirit, like a broken record. He sends his boys out to find her spot, but they come back like, bro, that house? That village? It doesn't exist. It's just cliffs and rocks. Now An Yuyu's spiraling. He ain't eating, he ain't sleeping, and all he's doing is calling out her name. The fame's freaking out, thinking dude's not gonna make it. His health's tanking, and it looks like he's knocking on death's door. But then one night, while everyone's passed out from exhaustion, Flower Spirit Girl shows up. She shakes him awake, and when he opens his eyes, there she is, looking as radiant as ever. Tears start pouring down his face as he stares at her, barely believing it's real. Flower Spirit grins, "Yo, why all the waterworks? Thought you were tougher than that. You good now, or do I need to bring you a box of tissues too?" She hops up onto the bed, sits on his legs, and gently presses her hands against his temples. Suddenly, this warm, sweet fragrance fills his head, like pure incense, making his whole body feel light and refreshed. For the first time in days, An Youyu feels alive again. Flower Spirit says, "I can't stay long, but I'll be back in 3 days. Just hold tight." She reaches into her sleeve, pulls out some buns, looking fresh like they came straight from the bakery, and drops them on the bed. "Eat these, you'll feel stronger," she says before slipping out into the night. An Youyu wakes up drenched in sweat, but feeling a whole lot better. The buns? He eats them up, and they're delicious, sweet like nothing he's ever tasted. After that, he finally sleeps peacefully for the first time in what feels like forever. Over the next few days, he's back to his old self, and when the 3rd day rolls around, he's ready. And right on time, Flower Spirit shows up again, looking like she never left. She's got that same playful smile on her face and says, "All right, big guy, you ready to thank your healer now?" They spend some time together, but then Flower Spirit gets serious. "I've come to repay you for saving my father, but we can't be together forever. That's just not how fate works." An Yuyu's heart sinks, but he's not having it. He says, "No, I don't care about fate. I want to be with you. I'll make it work." Flower Spirit shakes her head, though. "Nah, it doesn't go down like that. We'll meet one more time, but after that, we can't see each other anymore. It's just how it is." So that night, An Youyu follows Flower Spirit back to her place. They have one last amazing night together, but as the morning comes, everything changes. The old man busts in, furious. "Girl, you've brought shame to our family," he yells. Flower Spirit runs out in a panic, and An Yuyu's left there, totally crushed. But he's not giving up. He decides to find her again, no matter what. He heads back to the mountains, retracing his steps. But what he finds this time isn't a cozy village. It's a snake's den. Turns out, the snake demon had been pretending to be Flower Spirit, messing with him the whole time. But the real Flower Spirit? She shows up just in time to save him. Together, they kill the snake demon, but not without consequences. Afterward, Flower Spirit looks at him with tears in her eyes. "This is it. I've given up almost everything to save you, but now I have to go for real. I'm leaving you something, though. I'm pregnant with your child." An Yuyu's completely stunned. She's gone, but about a year later, Flower Spirit keeps her promise. Her mother shows up with a baby boy and hands him over to An Youyu. "This is your son," she says. Flower Spirit sends her regards. From that day on, An Youyu stayed solo, never finding love again. He raised their son, but every time he looked at the kid, he saw her eyes, that same spark he fell for, and it reminded him of the love that slipped through his fingers, a love he'd never get back.